Hey y'all, today is Sunday and the tetras are moving. You can kind of see them out and about there. They have no idea anything is happening. There's that stupid plant. That thing drives me insane. It will not stay. Anyway, so there they are. They don't know anything's happening. But they're going to move so very far all the way across the room to there. So I know what you're thinking. Where's Malachi and Zelena going? Well, they're going to move from here all the way up here. The reason being is that I decided that I would rather see them more often than the tetras. Taking video and pictures of Malachi and Zelena it's been very difficult just because I don't like getting in the floor on my hands and knees and, trying to see them. And I just decided that it would be best if they moved up top. So here we go. Water is slowly leaving this tank. This is one thing I do not like about this rack. If you have a gravity siphon, it takes forever to get water out of this thing just because it's so low to the ground. Which was part of, the reason that I decided to move them up top, because, the siphon would have better suction up here than it would down there, and it just seemed to make more sense. I could get water in and out very, very quickly. So here's Malachi and Zelena. They're chilling out there. They have no idea what I'm doing. I think they'll be much happier up top, just because down here they don't see me a lot. And it's hard for me to interact with them when they're, farther down. I think they'll be pretty happy up here. As you can see, I've already moved the filter up top, and I'm just kind of waiting to get that water far enough down so that I can move them and get them up here. So water is now officially going in this tank. It makes me really nervous, y'all, and it shouldn't, but I've never had a rack before, and I know that each shelf holds 800 pounds. With water and gravel, these tanks weigh, less than 400 pounds, so it should be fine. I'm just really anxious about it. But, it looks like it's doing pretty good, so I'll be okay, hopefully. So basically on the bottom tank, I just took out like half of the water, just enough for me to kind of get my hands in there and catch the fish and then move some things around. And then I'll fill it back up and move the tetras. But we'll see how they like it. The temperature will be the same, so we shouldn't have any issues there. So it's filled up. Prime and aquarium salt have been added. The filter's going. The air stone's going, so we are ready to move. Now I've just got to catch them. And they can be fast slow boogers when they want to. But hopefully I can catch them fairly easily. Here's Malachi. There he is. Hey, buddy. He's got so much bigger, y'all. It's ridiculous. They're growing like weeds right now. But there he is. I'm going to do it really fast. Get him in there. There we go. What you think, buddy? He's just kind of like, why did you move me? What am I supposed to do? Okay, the fun part. Now I'm going to catch Zelena. I don't think she'll be as difficult. There she is. Got her. She is growing like crazy as well. It's absolutely insane. Alright, let's do this really fast. There you go. Yeah, you can finally see her. It's so hard for y'all to see them when they're down there. And, I think the white rock really brings out their color too. But as you can see, she is growing like crazy. She's checking it out. She's going to go see Malachi now. He's just kind of checking out things in the corner. I figured they may be a little slow to get used to things. But I think they'll be fine. And you know, like I said, the temperature is exactly the same as the one below. pH, everything is identical. There should be no issues whatsoever. Okay, so I'm filling this back up. Filters are in, air stones in. I moved some decorations around. Added the decorations that was in their tank in here. So now it's time to move them. I was going to show y'all the process of me moving them, but they are so much more difficult to catch than the goldfish. So I'll show you after I get them in the tank. It seriously took me like 20 minutes to catch all these and get them in here, but they're in, and they've been in here like 5 minutes maybe. So they're just checking it out. They seem to be really happy. My algae eater has taken to the tree root right now. There's actually two, but you know, tree root apparently is his. They're all doing good so far. It has now been 3 days since the big move, and good news, everybody is doing great. So the tetras are actually very involved. They actually come out when I feed them. They don't always hide. You can actually see some of them there in the bottom left corner. One of the algae eaters has taken over the tree root, and I don't know if you can see him. He'll probably stick his head out, but he's yellow and he doesn't let any other fish under there, which I think is pretty funny. But it's fun to actually get to see their personality, and they seem to be a lot more interactive with me now that they're down here and they're in a bigger tank. They have more surface area, so that's really, really cool. They seem to be really enjoying it. I don't like the black rock in here, but I'll get over it. And you know, the aquascape I'm still on the fence about. I don't know if I like it, I don't know if I hate it. It's just okay. But they're actually not hiding as much as I thought they would, so that's pretty cool. But they're doing really good, so I'm happy with that. The filters have kept up really well. Them being in a bigger tank, I may add another one though. We'll have to see. But they're doing really good. So all in all, the tetras have settled in well, and they're all eating and they're doing good, and no casualties, so that's great. I don't really want to get too close because I might freak them out. So here's the goldfish tank. Actually, I know it looks kind of foggy right now. I haven't added my koi clay yet, so that's why. When I add that, it'll clear right up. But you could see them just for a second. They stuck their heads out. They're still, you know, getting used to being the center of attention. They're a little skittish when I get really close. You know, when I turn the light on or I'm taking pictures, they're not quite used to it yet. So I'm giving them some time to kind of just settle in. It took them a little longer than I thought it would, but you know, this is a bright aquarium considered, you know, where they were. So, but there's Malachi. He's been doing pretty good. Well, both of them actually are eating fine. No issues with that. There's Zelena. She's got a lot bigger. I mentioned that earlier, but she really is like gaining weight like every single day. I can't wait to see her, you know, at full growth, you know, what she's going to look like. But they really like to hide behind this wood piece. I think it's hilarious. They think it's like their shelter or something. It's really funny. But they've done really good. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's a lot more fun for me to be able to see them and not have to get in the floor, you know, and I just think it's going to take them a little longer to get used to being up here. it's a lot different for them, I think. You know, everything's brighter, the light's a little different, but we'll see. I think they're doing really good so far. I also have some news for the East Coast Ranchu. This tank was what the tetras were in, and it's going to be going hopefully this week, maybe to the garage, or I want to do something with it. Anyway, it's going to go. And so I'll have that piece of the wall that's open, and then I'll have this like cabinet area that'll still be here. I want to see if maybe there's some way I can like move some things around. I know Black Friday is coming up really soon, and so I'm hoping that I will be able to possibly get another 60-gallon aquarium, but we'll see. Like I said, it's not, you know, like, it's not a super big wall, but if I maneuver some things around, I may be able to get that done. But there's Malachi sticking his head out again. They're starting to get more interactive with me, but it's just taking them a little while. But they're doing good. So overall, I'm really happy with how things went. Moving them, it wasn't as stressful on the tetras as I thought it was going to be. They were fine. Goldfish taking a little longer, but that's okay. So if everything works out, the East Coast Ranchu is still going to happen, so keep your fingers crossed.